Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 6th of June 2021. Thanks for joining me. I've got all my tarot decks with me again, so I'll be able to use a variety of decks from now on, which is amazing. So today I'm going to use this deck of cards, which I haven't used in a long time actually. Let's see what the Truth Seekers Tarot has to say about Sunday the 6th and what energy is coming up for you. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times, and then I'm going to choose my 3 cards to see what the day's energy is about and what you'll be working with. So let's have a look. First, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So when I have 3 reverse cards, I read them both ways round. So let's see what the cards have to say. So when the cards are upright like this, the Four of Pentacles is about hanging on to things for dear life and giving too much importance to your physical circumstances and being somewhat miserly in the sense that you mistake your actual security for your financial security and what you've got in your bank account and your housing and how you feel in your physical body. It's about giving too much importance to the things of the world, and they make your life kind of smaller. So if you're just looking after your money, and if your money is absolutely everything in life, then you're going to bury it in this little hobbit hut under the earth, and you'll put a tree in front of it, and you'll hide out there all day long trying to protect your fortune, your wealth, and you don't leave the house anymore because this is the only thing in the world that you value, and it shrinks your world. So the card says that it's important to realize that your security lies within. You are really the cause for your wealth and prosperity. For instance, if you're a teacher, then it's your ability to teach that allows you to create abundance and to pay your bills on planet Earth. It's not the actual money that you've got. So the Four of Pentacles is about mistaking your financial prosperity and your spiritual security. And it's saying, let go of the physical, realize that you are safe and secure on this day, and that your life can be as big as you want it to be. Then we've got the Judgment card. That's a call from the divine saying, wake up to your real purpose. Do what you're meant to do. Don't just look after your money. Live your life now. Be in the present moment. And the Queen of Pentacles, finally, if you heed this call of the angels and you do what they want you to do, then you're always going to be able to spin gold out of cotton. You're able to create abundance because you're in your own power, and that's really where the wealth comes from. So the cards, when they're upright like this, are saying, please realize that you have the strength to add value to the world and to enrich your life and to enrich the lives of other people. All you need to do to access that power is to listen to your gut feeling, to listen to your intuition, to really ask yourself, what is my purpose? What am I here to do? Not what does society want me to do, or what do my parents think I ought to be doing for a job? What am I really good at? What do I enjoy? What brings me a sense of achievement? And how can I translate that into something tangible? So the Queen of Pentacles is super creative. She is kind of like Venus in astrology. She's beautiful, she's loving, she's able to create a beautiful, gorgeous environment around her because she's talented, because she's creative, and whatever she touches really becomes golden because she's charming and she's gorgeous and she enchants those around her, and she creates beautiful images and clothes, and she's able to sing, and she's able to really bring the artistic into the physical realm, and people will flock to see that, and they will even pay to be around her and to see her creative output. And that's where her wealth is. It's in her personality, it's in her creativity, it's what she's able to do. It brings her real joy to get busy and to work. So she's not someone who wakes up in the morning and says, oh, I have to go back to work now. She's someone who actually enjoys this process of being creative and giving herself to some sort of practical format that she's chosen. So the cards are saying that don't take your circumstances too seriously. They are a reflection of past decisions that you've made. the angels are kind of whispering in your ear today and saying, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And life can be a lot easier and more enjoyable if you just listen to us. It can be scary, it can be uncertain, but if you have faith and if you awaken to your real purpose and you kind of start to ask, what am I meant to be doing, rather than what do I think is going to make my life secure, then ironically, you ultimately have a life that's much more enjoyable. And a nice side effect is that you do create security for yourself. So the cards are in reverse. So let's see. The Queen of Pentacles, you may not feel like you've found your format yet. So it's time to brainstorm. It's time to look at different ways of expressing yourself and getting creative. And you may notice that you're really good at doing people's eyebrows, or designing buildings, or making beautiful tapestries, or playing the harp, or whatever it is that has some sort of physical aspect to it. The pentacle, interestingly enough, when the card is in reverse, has the 1 point upright. And that's usually the way the pentacle is when the card is upright, because it's spirit over the other elements. So it's the fifth element, spirit here, earth, air, water, fire. And it's your guidance and it's being true to yourself, i.e. listening to the higher realms, that allows you to take charge of your circumstances and to add something valuable to it. So play around. Maybe you haven't tried writing, or maybe you haven't tried designing and you've always thought about doing it. Today is the day to try that out and to start a new love affair as such, with something tangible where you can kind of devote yourself and where you can realize your vision in some sort of practical format. The Judgment card in reverse means that this is something that you've already, the dream and the message is something that you've been hearing for a while. It's not like this epiphany today for the first time in your life. You get the message to paint or to be creative in some way. It's something that you've thought about quite frequently. It's been repetitive, but you've kept putting it off. And maybe you've even said, I can't do this. For instance, my real desire is to be a shaman, but I can't do it because I have to work as an accountant, because I have 4 children, I have to pay the bills. So if that thought has been coming again and again and again, then please do something with it today and just kind of suspend the disbelief and say, I am willing to try something new, and maybe I'll get something from it. Maybe it's just going to be a personal sense of fulfillment. And then later on, I can turn that into a business, or the artwork, maybe later on I can present them to a gallery. But first of all, it's about discovering a format that gives you joy and giving yourself permission to try it out. And finally, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, by listening to this process and trying something new, you're actually able to transcend the fear you have around money. You won't see your bank balance or where you live as the be-all and end-all. You'll be able to see beyond it. And you're going to be able to create much more prosperity than you have up until this point, by doing things that fill you with fear and that say, do this job that you don't enjoy because it is going to bring you that monthly income. It's kind of like a bowl when the card is in reverse. So you can look at what you've got already and you can kind of rest in that, and you get a respite from it where you can rise above it and try something new. And when you rise above it, you're able, think of this as a fountain or like a chalice, that when you kind of fill it with this belief and willingness, it runs over with water. And if there's a fountain in the middle, it shoots up and it creates much more abundance and prosperity than you thought was possible. And it means that you're going to really reinvent your circumstances and your situation in the world. And you create a lot more abundance than you ever thought possible. So look at the things also that you already do in your life that you don't get paid for. The things that you enjoy doing that don't bring you an income. For instance, I've been doing tarot readings since I was 11 years old. And in my 20s, I started doing them for myself every day. And it was at the end of my 20s that I got the message to take the daily tarot readings and to put them on YouTube. And that was the best message I ever got. And that wasn't from another human being. I received that message in meditation. And I received it in my 20s many, many times, but I wasn't willing to hear it. So what are you not willing to hear because it seems impractical or pointless or fanciful or silly? Look at that again. And especially, I think a hallmark of this kind of thing is if you do it free of charge in your daily life anyway, then it's going to fill up this cup and it's going to take you to the next level, and you're really able to leave limiting circumstances behind you. Number-wise, we've got 20 and 1 is 21 and 4 is 25. 2 and 5 is 7 and 7 is the mind and creativity. So ask yourself how you're creative in your everyday life, where you don't get paid, and how you can translate that into a job. And do some brainstorming around how you can take your inspiration and your ideas and translate that into something practical that other people can access. So it's really about getting grounded with your ideas and saying, this is something that lives within me. How can I give it a physical life here on planet Earth? And that's also a wonderful way of creating a legacy, because whenever you get creative, let's say she makes carpets. Those carpets are going to be around long after she's gone. So you're actually able to put your stamp on something and make an impact. And if you want to create that kind of legacy, today is the day to really discover the way you can do that. So have a great day. And I'm just being told this is also the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a gift from the universe in terms of love. So this is something that you're going to love to do. And maybe you love doing it already. Try it out. It'll really serve you. Have a fabulous day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.